Letitia's Third Eye POV. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to the channel. And thank you for watching.
What have I lying about?
I got DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I saw it.
How DNA test gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Oh, damn!
Where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie. You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me? Like, what can you say for yourself right now?
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I went through your phone.
And why?
Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son. So I went and got a DNA test done. Like, you think I'm stupid or something?
What?
Like, how could you do this to me?
Wow.
You know what?
What?
I know it just walk through my phone and
You
get
care
a DNA
more
test
about
on
me
my
going
son.
through your phone than you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father. I sure have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time.
Alrighty then.
What are you talking about? Does it matter?
It does matter. Are you crazy? What do you mean that absolutely matters? Like, you don't see anything wrong with what you did? You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You've been lying to me. You've been sitting here lying to me for 11. Of course I love him, but you guys can't stay. You can't stay here anymore.
Bruh.
Where we gonna go?
I don't know. It's not my problem. 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 You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. I don't know. It's not my problem. I did my job. I did my job. I did my job as a dad. I did my job as a dad. You can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Walk out. Y'all can't stay anymore. No, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go.
Hey guys, so I'm not sure if this was real or a skit. However, my heart goes out to any gentleman who has thought they had a relationship with their child and only to find out that it's not their child. That it's got to be heartbreaking, and we've heard so many stories like this. Actually, there are states that are putting into place where you must have a DNA test for the father prior to adding his name to a birth certificate. And so with that, I just wanted to provide some additional information to let men know that you do not, and you are not by law required to sign a birth certificate after the birth of your child in the hospital. Of course, at the time, so many emotions are going, and you may feel compelled to sign the birth certificate, but by law, you are not required to sign a birth certificate. Realize and know that if you have a child and you're unsure, which you just never know. I mean, a child, when they're born, they look like any and everything. Like, they change so much over time. It is difficult to be like, oh, that's my nose, that's my ears, because they're going to constantly be changing. And you might want to see yourself in that child, and that's excellent as a father. However, and the mother should not feel as though you're doing something to hurt her. If anything, she should welcome it. Hey, I'm glad you're asking for a DNA test. That way you feel good about this and I feel good about this. You may have never done anything to step out of the relationship, women. So if a man does ask for a DNA test prior to signing a birth certificate, by all means, allow him that opportunity. I mean, you've got to understand that it's always mama's baby daddy's maybe. It should not be a problem for a man to seek to make sure he knows that that child is his, instead of raising a child for, with this guy, 11 years, over a decade. And then you got some who've raised their child all their life, even into adulthood, and then they find out it's not their child. And that's just heartbreaking. Needless to say, we just need to make sure we're acting as adults when these circumstances occur. Also, just allow that gentleman the opportunity to get a DNA test. And if it's his child, he can add his name at a later time. It's really not an issue for a gentleman. There are men who've been on deployment. There are men who were incarcerated. There are men who just weren't there at the time of their child's birth. And they will typically have to go to vital statistics and add their name as the father. And it's done right there on site, so you have the witnesses. And there shouldn't be any shame attached to that. Of course, some people do feel a sense of shame because they might find out it's not their child. And so the woman is determined or find who that father could be. So my heart goes out to this gentleman. I hope and wish him the best. I decided to add this edit because I did a little more research, and I wanted to make sure men and women alike knew what else they could do if they wanted to forego having the situation even of DNA testing done after a birth, because that can be a little more emotional, and it can be a little more difficult because the child has already been born. So upon my research, I did discover there are 3 non-invasive ways that you can actually have the father tested to determine if they are the father of your unborn child, or if you're the father of an unborn child and you just want to be certain. One is called the non-invasive prenatal paternity test. The second one is called amniocentesis, and the third one is called chorionic villus sampling. You can check with your doctor, check with your own insurance, and they can determine whether or not you can have it covered or if it'll be out of pocket. But at least this is some type of solution to even to deter the whole prolonging of not knowing who the child's father is prior to birth, which I would feel like that would be a saving grace in a sense, right? And other thing is, that way everyone knows before the baby gets there, before the baby arrives. Like I said, I'm not sure if these tests are covered by your health insurance, so you would have to look into that. But at least there are 3 other ways of determining whether or not your child's father is who they are, or if that is your child, if you want to make sure this is your child before the child is born. And many of these tests can be done within 7 weeks of finding out that the woman is pregnant. So I hope that helps you. Please look into those tests, and wish you the best. Please take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, men and women alike. Much love, peace, and light. Peace out.
Subscribe and click the notification bell.
Y'all sub up to Letitia too, cause she be dropping that real shit.
Shout out to Letitia.
Letitia, third eye POV. Let's start. I'm talking about you. Work.
Letitia's third eye POV.
Letitia, third eye POV.
Letitia, third eye.
I'm Letitia.
Oh yeah, especially my sister Letitia, where she's already here.
Letitia's we get.
Letitia's third eye POV.
Yeah, basically go sub up to the patient, so really just some support.
Yo, definitely sub up to Letitia, third eye POV. Fact. Okay, sure.